All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning. I'm Tanvi Taneja and with me is Subhadra Ramachandran. The headlines. 6th International Day of Yoga being celebrated today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says yoga brings people together and gives message of universal brotherhood. Delhi Lieutenant Governor Anil Baijal rolls back 5-day mandatory institutional quarantine for COVID-19 patients in the national capital. India says China's untenable claim with regard to line of actual control not acceptable. And annular solar eclipse to take place today. Ring of fire to be visible in parts of North India. The 6th International Day of Yoga is being celebrated today. The celebrations commenced with a message from Prime Minister Narendra Modi. In a televised message, Mr. Modi said, yoga brings people together and gives a message of universal brotherhood. He said yoga has emerged as a force for unity and it does not discriminate and goes beyond race, colour, gender, faith and nations.
Yoga enhances our quest for a healthier planet. It has emerged as a force for unity and deepens the bonds of humanity. It does not discriminate. It goes beyond race, color, gender, faith, and nations. Anybody can embrace yoga.
The Prime Minister said yoga helps in strengthening our respiratory and immune system, which plays a crucial part in dealing with diseases.
कोरोना पैंडेमिक के कारण आज दुनिया योग की जरूरत को पहले से भी अधिक गंभीरता से महसूस कर रही है। अगर हमारी इम्यूनिटी स्ट्रांग हो तो हमें इस बीमारी को हराने में बहुत मदद मिलती है।
Mr. Modi said the world is realizing the potential of yoga in this coronavirus pandemic and people affected with coronavirus are utilizing the benefits of yoga. He said coronavirus hits our respiratory system and several breathing exercises like pranayam, anulom vilom strengthen our respiratory system. He said taking part in the My Life, My Yoga video blogging contest during the coronavirus pandemic shows that enthusiasm for yoga is increasing.
कोविड-19 वायरस खास तौर पर हमारे श्वसन तंत्र यानी कि रेस्पिरेटरी सिस्टम पर अटैक करता है। हमारे रेस्पिरेटरी सिस्टम को स्ट्रांग करने में जिससे सबसे ज्यादा मदद मिलती है वो है प्राणायाम। सामान्य तौर पर अनुलोम विलोम प्राणायाम ये एक प्रकार से पॉपुलर भी है, ये प्रभावी भी है। योग की ये सभी विधाएं हमारे रेस्पिरेटरी सिस्टम और इम्यून सिस्टम दोनों को मजबूत करने में बहुत मदद करती है।
The Prime Minister said the theme for International Day of Yoga this year is Yoga at Home, Yoga with Family. And when family members perform yoga, an energy flows into the house. Therefore, at this time, Yoga Day is also a day of emotional yoga and it is a day to increase our family bonding. He said anybody can embrace yoga and the day is not far when the world will witness the success of healthy and happy humanity and yoga can definitely help us make this happen.
Friends, if we can fine-tune our course of health and hope, the day is not far away when world will witness the success of healthy and happy humanity. Yoga can definitely help us make this happen.
Mr. Modi appealed to people to embrace yoga as a daily routine activity. Home Minister Amit Shah said that yoga is a medium of establishing harmony between body and mind, action and thought, and man and nature. In a tweet, he said this precious gift of Indian culture has been given global acceptance by the efforts of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The observance of International Day of Yoga in the past years has been marked by mass demonstrations of yoga in public places. Due to COVID-19 outbreak this year, the main focus is on encouraging people to do yoga at their homes with participation of the entire family. Yoga is found to be a significant activity in the current pandemic situation as its practice leads to both physical and mental well-being and increases the individual's ability to fight diseases in an effective manner. To promote yoga, My Life, My Yoga video blogging contest with attractive prizes is also being organized by the Ministry of Ayush, in which people are being encouraged to post their short video clips performing different yogasanas. President Ramnath Kovind today greeted people on the occasion of 6th International Day of Yoga. In a tweet, he said, "The ancient science of yoga is India's greatest gift to the world." Mr. Kovind said, amid stress and strife, especially in the COVID-19 pandemic situation, practicing yoga can help keep the body fit and mind serene. The President said it is glad to see that more and more people are adopting it.
Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship has said that over 96,000 people have been trained as yoga instructors and trainers under Skill India mission. The ministry in a statement said they have been trained through different skilling initiatives under Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana, recognition of prior learning, short-term training and special projects. The states with the highest number of skilled candidates are Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, Kerala and West Bengal. Emphasizing on the need for yoga instructors and trainers in the country, Minister of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship Dr. Mahendranath Pandey said, "Yoga is an invaluable gift to the world from India that has roots in our ancient Vedic traditions." He said the ministry has been working closely with Beauty and Wellness Sector Skill Council to build awareness regarding various career prospects in the field of yoga. Many Bollywood celebrities have pledged their support for the International Yoga Day being celebrated today. Numerous celebrities and influencers have shared motivational messages and thoughts encouraging the people to participate in the International Day of Yoga. Some of the celebrities include the well-known actors Akshay Kumar, Anushka Sharma, Milind Soman and Shilpa Shetty Kundra. In their promotional messages shared with the Ministry of Ayush, they have emphasized that yoga is a practice which unites people across the world for a common cause and conveys the message of peace and harmony. In Uttar Pradesh, Yoga Day is being celebrated with properly following social distancing norms. The celebrations began at 7 this morning. More from our correspondent.
The government has appealed to all social groups and individuals to celebrate the Yoga Day on digital media platforms. Due to coronavirus pandemic, large gatherings of yoga have been prohibited. People have been appealed to celebrate the day by doing yoga at home, make videos and put them on social networking sites. A large number of enthused people are seen sharing videos and photos of yoga practice on social sites. State Chief Secretary Rajen Kumar Tiwari said the government has announced a yoga competition for male, female and professional yoga trainers in the state. At a state level, first prize will be for rupees 51,000, second for 21,000 and third for 11,000. In the same way, at district level, the first prize is for rupees 2,100 and second for 1,100 and third for rupees 501. MS Yadav, AIR News, Lucknow.
In Madhya Pradesh, a special session focusing on online yoga was organized in Indore on the occasion of International Yoga Day. Thousands of people joined this session from their homes yesterday. At the same time, Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan has also appealed to the people to do yoga inside their homes so that the corona infection spread can be prevented. More from our correspondent.
In this special online yoga session held in Indore, Swami Ramdev gave tips about how to avoid corona and also taught simple ways to boost immunity. In this program, 10,648 people altogether practiced yoga online, which is also a record. In this camp, Swami Ramdev gave the mantra to defeat corona with the help of diet, rules, pranayams and many yogasanas. On the other hand, Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan said in his message on Yoga Day that yoga means to connect and asked people to stay healthy, stay happy and practiced yoga only by staying at home instead of collecting yoga program. He said that today yoga has become more important during the corona crisis as it is also helpful in keeping the body healthy and increasing immunity. Sanjeev Sharma, AIR News, Bhopal.
International Day of Yoga is being celebrated in Maharashtra, including Mumbai. Under the cloud of COVID-19 pandemic, various virtual sessions and programs are being held in Mumbai to celebrate the day. More from our correspondent.
In the backdrop of COVID-19 pandemic, Mumbaikars are celebrating the International Day of Yoga by attending the virtual sessions of yoga, as the importance of yoga is proving vital for them to keep COVID-19 at bay. Bollywood celebrities like Akshay Kumar, Shilpa Shetty, Anushka Sharma and Milind Soman have also encouraged people to participate in the celebrations from their homes and adopt the healthy lifestyle. On the occasion of International Day of Yoga, Films Division is screening a series of public awareness films under Celebrities Speak, highlighting importance of yoga for physical and mental well-being. Shashi Kumar Bhatlavande, a blind yoga teacher from Usmanabad who is practicing yoga for past 15 years, has become a yoga icon, as he has conducted more than 200 pranayam sessions and trained more than 5 lakh people and 2 lakh students in Maharashtra. Shailesh Patil, AR News, Mumbai.
In Dubai, on the eve of the 6th International Day of Yoga, the Indian consulate hosted a virtual yoga session to mark the occasion. Addressing the Indian community, Consul General Vipul said the importance of yoga gains more relevance in this pandemic situation, where the practice of yoga helps in increasing one's immunity and keeping the person healthy. A report.
The open practice session and the harmonious gathering of people on the occasion was missing on this International Day of Yoga in the UAE due to COVID-related restrictions, but the yoga enthusiasts are all geared to celebrate the occasion in a different way. A 1-hour live virtual session of the yoga was conducted by the Indian consulate in Dubai with a handful of representatives of the Indian community observing social distancing and other precautionary measures. Addressing the Indian community online, Consul General Vipul said the importance of yoga gains more relevance in this pandemic situation, where the practice of yoga helps in increasing the immunity and keeping the person healthy. Heeding the call of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, yoga enthusiasts in UAE will be observing the occasion today with their family from the confines of their home. Kanchan Prasad, AIR News, Dubai.
India has said that attempts by the Chinese side to now advance exaggerated and untenable claims with regard to line of actual control are not acceptable. It said the position with regard to the Galwan Valley area has been historically clear. In response to queries on the statement issued by the Chinese spokesperson on the events in the Galwan Valley area, External Affairs Ministry spokesman Anurag Srivastava said such claims are not in accordance with China's own position in the past. He said Indian troops are fully familiar with the alignment of the LAC in all sectors of the India-China border areas, including in the Galwan Valley. They abide by it scrupulously, and the Indian side has never undertaken any actions across the LAC. In fact, they have been patrolling this area for a long time without any incident. All infrastructure built by the Indian side is naturally on its own side of the LAC. The spokesman said that since early May this year, the Chinese side has been hindering India's normal traditional patrolling pattern in this area. This had resulted in a face-off which was addressed by the ground commanders as per the provisions of the bilateral agreements and protocols. The spokesman said the two sides are in regular touch and early meetings of military and diplomatic mechanisms are currently being discussed.
In a hard-hitting speech, U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo has described China a rogue nation which escalated border tension with India. During an online conference on democracy at Copenhagen in Denmark, he said People's Liberation Army of China has escalated border tensions with India, the world's largest democracy. Pompeo said China is militarizing the South China Sea and illegally claiming more territory there, threatening vital sea lanes. He said democracies and freedom-loving people of the world need to come together to tackle China. Pompeo said Chinese President Xi Jinping has green-lighted a brutal campaign of repression against Chinese Muslims, a human rights violation on a scale we have not seen since the Second World War. Pompeo said China lied about coronavirus and let it spread to the rest of the world while pressuring the WHO to assist its cover-up campaign.
Prime Minister's office, PMO, has said that attempts are being made in some quarters to give a mischievous interpretation to remarks by the Prime Minister at the all-party meeting. It said in a statement that the Prime Minister was clear that India would respond firmly to any attempt to transgress the line of actual control, LAC. In fact, he specifically emphasized that, in contrast to the past neglect of such challenges, Indian forces now decisively counter any violations of LAC.
Defence Minister Rajnath Singh will pay a visit to Moscow to attend the Victory Parade on the 24th of this month to commemorate the 75th anniversary of the victory in the Second World War. The parade is organised to honour the heroism and sacrifices made by the Russian and other friendly people. Russian Defence Minister Sergei Shoigu had invited Mr. Singh to the Victory Parade, which was originally scheduled on the 9th of May but was postponed due to COVID-19 pandemic.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has launched a massive rural public work scheme, the Garib Kalyan Rozgar Abhiyan, in 6 states. He said this Abhiyan will provide livelihood opportunities to the migrant workers and will help in the development of rural areas by creating local infrastructure.
खगड़िया से शुरू हो रहा यह गरीब कल्याण रोजगार अभियान इसी भावना, इसी जरूरत को पूरा करने का एक बहुत बड़ा माध्यम है। बिहार, उत्तर प्रदेश, झारखंड, ओडिशा, मध्य प्रदेश और राजस्थान, इन 6 राज्यों के 116 जिलों में ये अभियान पूरे जोर शोर से चलाया जाएगा। हमारा प्रयास है कि इस अभियान के जरिए श्रमिकों और कामगारों को घर के पास ही काम दिया जाए।
The Prime Minister launched the campaign through video conference from Teliha village in Khagadiya district of Bihar in the presence of Chief Minister Nitish Kumar along with other Chief Ministers and Union Ministers. Union Home Minister Amit Shah has thanked Prime Minister Narendra Modi for launching 50,000 crore rupees Garib Kalyan Rozgar Abhiyan. It will provide relief and empower migrant workers and the poor who are facing challenges due to COVID-19 pandemic. Mr. Shah said that villages in 116 districts across 6 states will be part of Rozgar Abhiyan. You are listening to the morning news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. 6th International Day of Yoga is being celebrated today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says yoga brings people together and gives message of universal brotherhood. Delhi Lieutenant Governor Anil Baijal rolls back 5 days mandatory institutional quarantine for COVID-19 patients in the national capital. India says China's untenable claim with regard to line of actual control not acceptable. And annual solar eclipse to take place today, ring of fire to be visible in parts of North India. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts.
अपने साथ अपनों का ध्यान रखो, बड़े बुजुर्गों का तुम ध्यान रखो, तो बात करो, कुछ मदद करो, कोरोना के चलते याद रखो, घर से निकलो तो मास्क पहनना, मास्क के पीछे मुस्कुराना, सुरक्षित दादा दादी नाना नानी अभियान, अपने साथ अपनों का ध्यान।
Delhi Lieutenant Governor Anil Baijal has rolled back his earlier order of 5 days mandatory institutional quarantine for COVID-19 patients in the national capital. In a tweet, Mr. Baijal said only those COVID-19 positive cases who do not require hospitalization on clinical assessment and do not have adequate facilities for home isolation will be required to undergo institutional isolation. The LJ yesterday chaired a meeting of Delhi Disaster Management Authority with Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia and senior officers. He informed that DDMA has approved recommendations of high-level expert committee for fixing subsidized rates for COVID treatment in private hospitals of Delhi. Delhi government has said that a total of 3,630 new confirmed cases of coronavirus were reported in the city in the last 24 hours, taking the total number of cases to 56,746. This is the highest spike in new cases since the outbreak of COVID pandemic in the national capital. Delhi government has confirmed that a total of 31,294 people affected with coronavirus have been cured so far, and the recovery rate reached 55.14% in the city. In a single day, 7,725 people affected with coronavirus have recovered and 77 deaths have been registered, taking the toll to 2,112. Meanwhile, the Delhi government has issued orders to all the staffs who are on leave to immediately report for duty in their concerned hospitals. Union Health Minister Harshvardhan has said that COVID-19 management in Delhi has been streamlined from health surveys to testing and caps on inpatient private hospital costs. Taking to Twitter, Dr. Harshvardhan said charges for isolation beds in private hospitals for COVID patients slashed to about one-third and cheaper and faster rapid antigen testing started. Delhi government yesterday issued an order fixing the cost of a COVID-19 isolation bed in any private hospital in Delhi in the range of 8,000 to 10,000 rupees and an ICU bed with ventilator at 15,000 to 18,000 rupees per day.
The recovery rate of COVID-19 patients has improved to 54.13% in the country. During the last 24 hours, 9,120 COVID-19 patients were cured. So far, a total of 2,13,830 patients have cured of COVID-19. Presently, there are over 1.68 lakh active cases and all are under active medical supervision. The regular international flights can be started when India's domestic traffic reaches about 50 to 60% and other countries open up to international traffic without the present conditionalities. This was stated by the Civil Aviation Minister Hardeep Singh Puri in a tweet. He said once the situation evolves in that direction, the government will consider a calibrated opening.
In Gujarat, the total number of COVID-19 cases detected so far have reached up to 26,737 with 539 new cases reported during the last 24 hours. 20 patients have lost their lives, taking the total death toll to 1,639. More from our correspondent.
Following the discharge of 535 patients yesterday, the total number of patients recovered from COVID-19 in the state has gone up to 18,702. According to official sources, out of 6,396 active cases in the state, conditions of 6,330 are stable, while 66 patients are on ventilator support. Out of 539 new cases reported yesterday, the maximum 306 cases reported from Ahmedabad. Apart from these, 103 new cases reported from Surat, while 43 cases reported from Vadodara. Meanwhile, state is celebrating International Yoga Day today with the theme of Do Yoga, Beat Corona. Gujarat government has organized live yoga class today from the FB page of Chief Minister and State Yoga Board. Yogesh Pandya, Air News, Ahmedabad.
In our series Experts Speak on All India Radio, we bring you the views of the leading medical experts on COVID-19. Dr. Anant Mohan, Head of Pulmonary Medicine, AIMS, has advised people to not take medicine like hydroxychloroquine or anti-malarial drugs without a prescription by a doctor.
Please do not take medicines such as azithromycin, other antibiotics, antivirals or hydroxychloroquine or other anti-malarials without a proper prescription by a doctor. Do not self-medicate.
The News Services Division of All India Radio, in its bilingual live phone-in program today, will bring you a special discussion program on COVID-19. Listeners can ask questions to the experts on toll-free telephone numbers 1-800-115-767. You can also ask questions on telephone number 011-2331-4444 and post queries on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts. #AskAIR. This can be heard tonight on FM Gold channel and additional frequencies from 9:30 p.m. onwards.
Global confirmed COVID-19 cases have crossed 87 lakhs and the death toll rose to 4,61,206. According to Johns Hopkins University, 87,16,985 cases of novel coronavirus have been reported across the world. The US has suffered the most from this pandemic with 22,38,065 cases and 1,19,342 deaths. Brazil's total cases have surpassed 10 lakh, only second to the US caseload. Other countries with over 2 lakh cases include Russia, India, Britain, Spain, Peru, Italy, Chile and Iran. Saudi Arabia is lifting a nationwide curfew and resuming all economic and commercial activities from today. However, international travel will continue to remain suspended for now. Gathering of more than 50 people is not allowed. People have also been advised to wear masks at public places.
A rare celestial event, annual solar eclipse popularly called the Ring of Fire eclipse, will be visible today. The first solar eclipse of this year takes place on the summer solstice, which is the longest day in the northern hemisphere. People living along the path of annual eclipse passing through Anubgarh and Suratgarh in Rajasthan, Sirsa, Jhakhal, Kurukshetra and Yamunanagar in Haryana, and Dehradun, Tapovan and Joshimath in Uttarakhand will be able to see the annual phase. People in the rest of India can witness a partial eclipse. Bhuj will be the first town in India to see the beginning of the eclipse at 9:58 a.m. The eclipse ends 4 hours later at Dibrugarh, Assam at 2:29 p.m. India Meteorological Department has said that conditions are becoming favorable for further advancement of southwest monsoon into some more parts of Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand over the next 2 to 3 days. According to the IMD, the monsoon will make an onset in Delhi, Haryana and Punjab around June 24-25. According to weather experts, the monsoon is likely to arrive 2-3 days earlier in Delhi because of a cyclonic circulation over West Bengal and the neighborhood which moved towards southwest Uttar Pradesh yesterday.
Now let us take a look at the weather forecast for today. On to the north, in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, the minimum temperature will be 26 degrees Celsius in Jammu, while maximum will be around 42 degrees Celsius. The city will observe mainly clear sky, becoming partly cloudy towards afternoon or evening. In Srinagar, the temperature will be between 13 and 30 degrees Celsius. The city will face mainly clear sky, becoming partly cloudy towards afternoon or evening. In Gilgit, the temperature will hover between 14 and 35 degrees Celsius, with mainly clear sky, becoming partly cloudy towards afternoon or evening. In Muzaffarabad, the sky will be mainly clear, becoming partly cloudy towards afternoon or evening. The city will witness minimum temperature of 18 degrees Celsius, while maximum temperature will be around 38 degrees Celsius. The national capital, Delhi, will witness a minimum temperature of 23 and maximum of 39 degrees Celsius. There will be generally cloudy sky with light rain or drizzle. Mumbai will witness generally cloudy sky with moderate rain. The minimum and maximum temperature will hover between 26 and 32 degrees Celsius. Kolkata will witness partly cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. The minimum temperature in the metropolis will be 28, while maximum will be around 34 degrees Celsius. In the south, Chennai will see generally cloudy sky with light rain. The temperature will be between 30 and 39 degrees Celsius.
And now an overview of today's newspapers. India rejecting China's claim of sovereignty over the Galwan Valley is the lead in most newspapers. Galwan belongs to India, not China, headlines the Asian Age. The Indian Express writes, government rejects China claim to Galwan, says PM's no intruder remark was on situation after clash. US slams rogue actor China for attack on Indian soldiers, headlines the Hindustan Times. Unusual activity by China Air Force detected, says IAF chief, writes the Times of India. Delhi LG revoking the mandatory 5-day institutional quarantine order for COVID-19 patients gets wide coverage. As Delhi government protests, LG tweaks quarantine rule, reports the Business Standard. CERT warns of massive cyber attack using COVID as bait, informs the Times of India. The paper says the malicious actors claim to have 2 million citizen email IDs. Citizens are advised not to open attachments in unsolicited emails. Make villages shine now, says PM at launch of job scheme for poor. Garib Kalyan Rozgar Abhiyan, reports the Indian Express. And finally, the Hindu writes, fewer hospital-born babies as women fear virus. Quoting National Health Mission data, the paper says, Madhya Pradesh recorded an 18.6% decline in institutional deliveries in April, casting a shadow on an improving trend.
In a higher single-day jump in COVID-19 infections, Telangana reported 546 coronavirus positive cases yesterday. With this, the number of total reported COVID-19 cases in the state has gone up to 7,072. Out of the fresh cases, hotspot Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation area accounted for 458 cases. Adjoining Rangareddy district reported 50 more cases. Janagaon reported 10 fresh cases, while Karimnagar district reported 13 new cases. 15 more cases were reported from 6 other districts across the state. And now, before we end the bulletin, here are the headlines once again. 6th International Day of Yoga being celebrated today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says Yoga brings people together and gives message of universal brotherhood. Delhi Lieutenant Governor Anil Baijal rolls back 5-day mandatory institutional quarantine for COVID-19 patients in the national capital. India says China's untenable claim with regard to line of actual control not acceptable. And annular solar eclipse to take place today, ring of fire to be visible in parts of North India. For details of these stories and more, you can log on to our website www.newsonair.com and on the News on AIR app for regular updates. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.